Welcome to Like Pigs in Space, an arts and culture podcast. I'm Aaron Mason,
Not Max Mason.
and we are here for another field report, number
Yes.
5.
Number 5,
Yeah.
50th episode. That's feels like a lot.
It's generous. I mean, we've got a long ways to go till 1,000, but we'll get there.
Like I don't know, if we keep at this pace, it's like 20 years.
Yeah.
Which is that's a long time.
Maybe by then somebody'd notice.
Maybe.
Yeah. It'd be interesting if we kept this up for that long.
Mhm.
It might have to branch off into doing some other things, but this is
Yeah.
this is good.
They can turn the Like Pigs in Space name can turn into like a media network and
Yeah, I mean,
reporters and
some of those guys that are popular now aren't going to last forever. So
yeah.
So
I don't know if you saw this week, but there was an announcement of a more not legitimate, but like a fully fleshed out tour from Phoebe Bridgers.
oh,
Instead of like these secret shows that she's been doing, it's all like these are all announced and planned. And
cool.
And it's kind of cool. So she's doing the US and the UK.
Okay.
And in the US, she Alex G is opening for her, who's like a kind of indie folk singer-songwriter guy. So that's fun. But in the UK, Isaac Wood is opening for her.
Okay.
Who is the singer from Black Country New Road who left the band and stopped doing music.
Yeah.
So he must have hopefully worked on his anxieties and gotten it together, because that's a pretty big show to open for.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah. It sounds like it's all going to be new music. It's not going to be Black Country stuff. And
oh, good. So that's funny. It looks like it's fairly sold out already.
Yeah. And she's doing no phones. So like everyone's going to have to like lock up their phones when they get there.
Oh, okay. They what's interesting is it says, I guess the closest it's going to get is LA area.
Yeah.
For me, because it says events near Los Angeles. I'm like, I'm not near. I mean, I guess I'm closer to there than other places.
Yeah. Our closest is Seattle.
Well, that's
too
closer.
Bad. Yeah.
Interesting. I wish I was I know what I have going over the next little bit as far as travel, and none of it aligns.
Oh no.
It's like, because in August I'll be in Baltimore, and she doesn't get to DC until September.
Oh.
So, and then I'll be in Dallas Fort Worth area, but she gets there in October. So I'm just paving the way.
Yeah.
Darn it. All right.
Still, there hasn't, as far as I know, been an album announcement, but probably soon.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that would be neat.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear that.
It'd also be kind of fun because I've read some like people, like discussions of people who are like at the shows, and they're like, one of the songs definitely sounds like it was about Bo Burnham.
Oh,
because they're been dating for a while.
Yeah.
So it'll be funny to see.
Maybe he'll show up.
Yeah.
Speaking of releases, Modest Mouse just released a new one too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was just listening to it. It's called, well, actually there's 2 releases. So it's new, but it's not new stuff. And it was Manchester Orchestra.
Yeah, I listened to that a little more. It's all like acoustic, right?
Well, yeah, it's at
Mostly.
a place in London.
Mm-hmm.
And then Modest Mouse is an eraser and a maze. So it's kind of interesting because it was just last week. I mean, there's some pre-songs, right?
Yeah.
But they've been doing stuff for, let's see, I think it's been, says the last one was 2021, so that's 5 years.
Oh yeah. That's a gap. That's good. Good that they're still going.
Yeah.
Like 30 years later.
Yeah, they're a weird one because I haven't listened to a lot of their early stuff. I need to go listen to it because to see where they came from. But there's a lot of songs. What I really appreciate about him is the fact that he is not a conventionally good singer.
No, yeah.
But he is a good singer. Because he's definitely in tune. He just has a weird voice that makes you think that he's singing crappy, but it's actually really good.
Yeah. I always think that their music sounds like pirate music, and I think that's because my first exposure to them was the Dashboard music video.
Yeah.
And so like, okay, this is their thing, like they're pirates.
Yeah, I could see that too, because yeah.
And they have a lot of songs about oceans and water and stuff. So
they that is funny. I like them. I will tell you, this is when I lived in Tempe. I don't know if you were old enough. Anyway, we went on a hike, and I don't know why I went, but I did. And Taylor Jensen, he was on it, and a bunch of the other scouts, whatever.
Yeah.
And we left. What's funny is that we left Friday afternoon, drove up to someplace just beyond Payson. Yeah.
Was that the one that was like by a spring or something?
Yeah. You came there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have photographs.
We tipped over trees.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yes. Yeah, you were old enough.
Yeah.
But we hiked that and in the dark, and just I think back, I'm like, this was insane. But the weird part there's a couple weird things. The weird part, number one, is that we were hiking up to the top of a mountain, and we were at the top of the mountain, and there was a spring gushing out of the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Which was wild.
Yeah.
This little idyllic, stream to camp by. And then on the way, and then I had the worst shoes. They were like dress shoes I thought were comfortable.
Yeah.
And it was a big, huge error on my part. And then on the way back, I was just in the middle of some people way behind me or people way in back of me.
Yeah.
I think mostly way in front of me. And I was sitting there, and this thing was playing in my head, and it's like I had a line, and I was like, what is that line? And so I was just so I didn't go crazy, I was sitting there trying to figure out what song it was, and it was the one. It's from Good News for People Who Love Bad News.
Right.
And it's called My Friends, My Family. It was something about my friends, my family. There's a list of things that
like
me.
My friends, my habits, my family.
Yeah, my friends, my habits, my family. That's it. And I just had something about my family. I was like, and then I finally figured it out, and I'm like, it got me pretty far down the trail without being angry. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's one of these later ones. Maybe it's The View or something like that. But,
is it like Black Cadillac or something?
Black Cadillac. That's it.
I think that's the one.
And then I started singing "Blame It on the Tetons," and that was because that one I like, just, and it seemed appropriate because I was in the mountain, and it's yeah. Oh no, I was right. It's One Chance. It's like, we have one chance to get it right. My friends, my family, they mean so much to me. I just don't think that it's right. I've seen so many ships sail in just to head back out again and go off sinking. See, there's another ship lyric for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's One Chance. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I was seeing that through my head. So
yeah.
So that's my tie-in for no apparent reason.
Yeah, no worries. All right. Well, first episode, I guess, in this batch was from you.
Yeah.
And that was
way back when.
Yeah. That was the Terrible Tales of Happy Days School.
Yeah.
And so I was looking through this today. It got me. I was thinking a lot about like kids content these
Yeah,
days because like I think if the kid like the drawings in this book, if they didn't have such goofy faces, it'd be really kind of terrifying stuff.
it is. Yeah.
Because like everything in the background is very I don't know, very harsh to look at and
Yeah.
uncomfortable. It kind of reminds me of the cover of the book that's like I have no mouth but I must scream.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like kind of looks like a similar art style, maybe not,
Yeah.
but I was thinking about other kids like maybe more kids content today that's also kind of scary, and it does feel different. Like the stuff that's scary today is legitimately scary, and I think maybe this was maybe a little less intentional, but
Yeah.
could just
And
be more stylized. I think it was like trying to be well, it was scary, but
yeah. I think that it's also trying to be a morality tale, and teach a lesson type of
mhm,
thing, just in a little bit harsher
yeah,
way. And what's fascinating, we've been getting a bunch of kids books lately because starting to read to Seth or whatever, and
mm,
and I'm
yeah,
going back to look at some of these kids books, and even those, and this was 90s. Some of those are pretty disturbing. We got one called The Paper Bag Princess that I hadn't read before, that all the
oh,
kids, the girls knew.
uh-huh.
And it's pretty harsh and kind of hilarious.
Yeah,
And and then Josie was saying that her favorite is Olivia, the
that
pig
the
one.
pig, yeah.
And she goes, because it starts off, Olivia was a lot. it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, really? That's how it starts?
Well, we
So,
the other day we have like a free table in like the lobby of our apartment here. Um and someone had put a bunch of stuff, and one of the things on the top there was that book, it's like Love You Forever or something.
yeah. Oh,
Has
yeah.
the kid in the bathroom on
Yeah.
it. And that one's kind of weird at the end, like his mom is like peering through his window as he's an
Yeah.
adult, and
Oh, yeah. It's creepy.
yeah.
That's the ultimate helicopter parent horror book.
Yeah.
Like, dude, mom, leave me alone.
Right.
You're a lot. Yeah.
um but I did enjoy the art and the story of it.
Yeah.
It is, I think it's good to share that. I was talking with Chloe about something like that. About like when we have kids, when would we show them like Lord of the Rings or something? Is what we're
Yeah.
talking about, and it's like I don't really know if I would hold back on that too much.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna like show my kids straight up horror movies, but I also don't think, if they want to enjoy something or are curious about it, I don't want to.
It's surprising. So when it comes to that,
Mm,
just a little bit of advice, for lack of a better word. When it comes to those kind of things, the thing that you can do is sort of leave things out, like
mm,
meaning, uh, here's these toys and here's these instruments and here's these books, and if they take an interest, that's fine. When you, but if you are, let's say you were totally into horror movies
yeah.
and that was your whole thing, I think you have to temper what you like
Mm,
versus what they're ready for. And it's easy enough once you're in the situation to see how they react. And you just have to be cognizant. Like
yeah.
there was a couple of times I was really enjoying watching professional wrestling. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And all you kids started losing your minds. And so we stopped watching professional wrestling. And then I got a Star Wars game that was a fighty, killy Star Wars game on the computer.
Mm,
And I was enjoying that. And then you guys started getting violent, and we stopped playing that on the computer and I gave it away
yeah.
because, you decide what you want as an environment. And then you have to say, okay, is this creating a different environment than what we want. And
Mm-hmm.
I read The Hobbit and watched The Hobbit. It would have been pre 10 years old.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like the animated Hobbit or
yeah, all those were out in the 70s and
yeah.
stuff. And I saw the Lord of the Rings, the animated one,
Mm-hmm.
because that came out in the 70s. And that one was pretty intense because they did animation over like D-Day soldiers
Oh, really?
it was footage
Wow.
of soldiers on in battle and stuff, and then they did orcs over the top of them.
Wow.
And so it was pretty dark.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of heavy stuff, but I don't know. I think that's a whole nother episode about how the 70s were, because
Uh-huh.
they went very edgy in the 30s, like in film, and
Mm-hmm.
then got super uh, sterilized in the 50s and 40s, 50s, and 60s, and then
Yeah.
started pushing very artsy into the 70s. And 60 Summer of Love is 69, so 69, 70, all through,
Yeah.
and that hippie movement and all that kind of stuff happened then. And so I think that a lot of the things that were available were edgier. And I was just sitting there thinking my favorite movies that I'd watch over and over again because they were always on TV.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have cable or anything, that wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
But was one of them was Duel, which I don't know
Okay.
if you've
I
heard.
don't know that one.
That's Steven Spielberg's first movie,
Oh, okay.
and it's about a guy who, I don't know what he does to. I gotta go back and watch it, but I don't know what he does. All you ever see is this guy, and he's in his car or he's in his truck, and he does something, and this semi truck driver gets ticked off and chases him for 2 hours.
Wow.
And he's trying to get away from him and everything, and then it ends with the truck trying to ram him and then going off of a cliff.
Hmm.
And the guy walks away, and he's like, but it's really tense, and it doesn't make it like it's. And then the other one
Yeah.
was called Play It Again, Sam, which was a Woody Allen movie.
Okay.
And so I'm watching like this really psychological Steven Spielberg movie and
Mm-hmm.
this obscure, weird Woody Allen movie that,
Yeah.
and I just sit there and watch those, and I was like 5, so
Right. Yeah.
maybe that's why I messed it up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I do think there's a balance because Chloe's position was like, I wouldn't want to show him any of it like, ever.
yeah,
But then I was like, you also got scared when we were watching Over the Hedge. And so
yeah,
I think there's a difference in just personalities, but
there is. I also think there's other things that can happen in raising kids that would lead them to have a better tolerance for stressful things. So,
mhm.
like having kids work out problems and not instantly fixing it for them, I think are also kids that can handle darker stuff and not be too affected by it,
Mm.
and maybe not be as scared because they think, I see a problem that they have. I can, and sometimes you're laughing about their problems because you're like, I could fix that problem.
Yeah.
I'm a capable person, and that's not really a big problem. So
Right.
that's a theory, is that, you know, I always feel proud of myself for, I'd heard this, I think it was a talk, something in conference or something,
Mhm.
and they're just talking about how their kids were going over to Europe for, like a exchange or something,
Yeah.
and stuff happened along the way, delayed flights or miscommunications and stuff, but the kids were fine, and they
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
rolled with it. And this was way pre internet
Mhm.
and cell phones and all that. I mean, this was a story from probably from the 70s, early 80s is when the event took place.
Yeah.
I always like, oh, I hope that I'm capable enough when I'm traveling that I don't get freaked out. Uh,
Yeah.
and I was always proud of myself for the first time I went to India because I just kind of did it,
Mhm.
and nobody to show me what to do, I just did it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and I worked out, and I'm like, okay, I made some mistakes, and I was able to fix them. It's not a big deal. And
Yeah.
then I start traveling with other people, and I'm there holding their hand through it, and they're freaking out.
Yeah. I
You
know, like
know,
I've talked to people at work and told them like, my dad when he travels, he'll just like integrate
yeah,
basically. And they're like, "How is he alive?" And it's like it just worked it out. I don't know.
yeah. I don't. I guess well, one thing is I don't look like an American. I look I look Anglo, but not I don't have any brands. I don't have it. I don't wear red, white, and blue. I'm not wearing jeans. I'm
Mm.
drob and comfortable and just doing my thing.
Right.
So I look kind of dumpy and not worth bothering.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
but yeah, I think it's a interesting book. I still laugh at the fact that 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 person wrote "I know what you did last summer." That's just the fun.
Yeah.
It's just I'm like I could have been really into this book before it even happened because I was reading her stuff. But
Yeah. It's funny too. I thought about looking on like Goodreads to see if there's anything about this book, and there's like 7 reviews, and it's just the rating. No one's saying anything about it.
oh wow, yeah. I do think it's funny to do these uh, obscure ones and give them a lot of attention
Hmm.
because it's just all the big stuff gets reviewed and
Yeah.
ad nauseum, and
Right.
it's like it's fun to do these obscure ones because they are valuable uh,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
enjoyable. So yeah, and so speaking of obscure, no, a little less obscure, but obsolete
Yeah.
is you brought in Flash games
Yes.
and Flash animation, and I still have fond memories of this
Hmm.
of what it was, and I'm sure that there was Flash games out there that were inappropriate, but there's tons of sites that had just kids games
Yeah.
galore.
Right.
And it was great because it was early internet and they were pretty easy to do, and you kids could be entertained.
Yeah.
And I think even we would get the the games on disc too,
Right.
and
Yeah.
I think they were also at least somewhat flash, right? A lot of those,
Probably similar
yeah.
something. Yeah.
I wonder if any of those would work. Like, what was the one that you guys played to death?
There was
It
the one that
was
Vern just found recently that's like Gears and Gizmos where you're like doing
oh cool.
science project little problems and then building blimps to like
Oh,
race an evil scientist.
nice. This was one of the learning games that was the an adventure.
Was it Pajama Sam?
Yeah, Pajama Sam.
Yeah.
Those were actually enjoyable because we'd have to sit with you sometimes and sit through it, and
Yeah.
they were fun because there was a lot of click around and play, and it was they were enjoyable, and they taught something, and it was good.
Hmm.
It was good.
Yeah.
Uh, but I very much, I mean, still, and I think it's been represented. I guess technically you've done 2 episodes on Flash, essentially,
Kind of. Yeah. Right.
because truly, Homestar Runner and all Strong Bad and all that was and probably still is. I would have to say a big part of. I know it's in our slang and in our referential material for the family. So
Yeah.
and and it's so funny. I still remember dressing you up as Magical Trevor, and I'm like that was real borderline because it looks really, really, really a lot like a clan outfit, but
Yeah, it does.
but so you had to keep saying, "I'm Magical Trevor. I'm
Yeah.
Magical Trevor."
I do remember that Halloween we were at like the trunk or treat or something, and this random woman, I don't know who she is, but she was like, "I love your costume," and she like gave me a hug.
Yeah.
It's like, and I don't think I ever saw her again, but
Oh, well, I'm glad you brightened somebody's day.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's it was an interesting discussion about lost media and things that are lost. And what just to tie into that, I just saw, speaking of lost media,
Hmm.
it was a Buster Keaton film that they just found
Oh.
and restored. And it's amazing. Uh and he is, let's see, he's a waiter,
Hmm.
and he's in this club, and the club is playing like Egyptian style music.
Okay.
So then there's a lady dancing, like a floor show,
Hmm.
and he's coming through dancing all the all this stuff and doing all the moves,
Yeah.
and dancing through as the waiter. And then he goes to the kitchen, he's still kind of doing moves, and then Fatty Arbuckle is the chef,
Hmm.
and he's I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, and I always thought of him as just kind of just a funny fat guy, and that's about it, all he had. But he was brilliant in it, and it's
Wow.
very physical, very involved, and hilarious. I think it's one of the funniest ones. For the short bit that I saw, is one of the
Uh-huh.
funnier things Buster Keaton ones I've seen. Um,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
so, and that's a recent find. They thought it was completely lost. So
Mhm.
that's super cool. I I don't
Yeah.
have you watched a lot of Buster Keaton?
I
Just
don't
as a
think I have. I don't know if there's a title or like a
yeah.
famous one I would have seen, but it doesn't sound super familiar. Then
So
I've heard the name, but I couldn't say like anything he's made.
yeah, I maybe there's three things about him. Three things that are really interesting. There's um there's a movie called The Freshman, or something
Okay.
like, or College Days, or something like that. And they have a single shot of
Hmm.
him. He is running,
Okay.
and they track him the whole way. He's running, jumping over fences, and he runs for 3 or 4 minutes straight, full speed, and then grabs the ladder and uh, and jumps and pushes it up and goes into a window on the second floor.
Wow.
And
Jeez.
and then there's another one that's I think it's the Great Train Robbery or something, or it's a train one. I don't think
Hmm.
that's it. It's something, but he's the doing the train, and as the train's rolling along, he has to jump out and throw full railroad ties out of the way, and this
Wow.
train's just coming, and he's running,
Yeah.
because they've gotten in the way, and then he's just jumps back in the train, and then he comes out again, throw, and then there's the
Jeez.
very yeah. And then there's the very famous scene where he's standing there and the whole house falls down
Okay.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
around him. He did that, but then there's in that train one, he grabs onto a water tower
Hmm.
to that they would fill the steam trains in, and he
Right.
pulls it, and it so much water it flushes him to the ground. And
Jeez.
he gets up, he's like, oh, and he was a little bit injured, but he's like, okay, let's go. Years later,
Hmm.
they did an MRI on him or something. He broke his neck.
Oh my gosh.
In that
Wow.
scene, he broke his neck and still finished the movie and still did more movies. And so, you know, and
Yeah.
there's just a few scenes where like he has his shirt off, and you're like, dude, you look like a fool, like a comedian, like he's the sad guy and like Mr. Normal,
Hmm.
ripped, like
Yeah.
like he's Brad Pitt before there was Brad Pitt, like the way he's put together. So it's just,
Crazy.
I don't know why it just, but it was lost. Okay, that's the tie-in, but lost
Yeah.
media. So there you
Yeah.
go.
Awesome. Cool. Well, next in the list of things was talked about the B-52s.
There you go.
And so, I've heard a lot of their bigger songs all the time because they're They're everywhere.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting listening to this. I listened to the first two, and it does make more sense now that they came from like a punk scene.
Yeah.
Knowing and listening to other punk, it's like this isn't that far off. I mean, besides their kind of animated vocals and that aesthetic, a lot of it is like pretty good punk music. It also kind of makes sense with like some of it sounded like REM music too.
Yes.
So it makes sense that they came from the same city, a lot of years apart, but
they're pretty close. It's just it's maybe 5 years.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, it's not too far apart. Maybe a few more, but yeah.
But it was really great. It was a lot of fun. I think more of their songs should be popular. I mean, the ones that are popular are really good.
Yeah.
But I really like the Private Idaho, and that one is pretty popular, but not played everywhere. The 52 Girls was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And what was it? The Moon in the Sky.
Yeah.
There's a moon in the sky. It's the moon.
It's called The Moon. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, and Quiche Lorraine is one of my perennial favorites. And then Strobe Light is funny because it's just like, this is naughty, but it's not, but it is, but it's
yeah.
So,
but yeah, it was great. It's really fun music, and really it like feels uplifting. Like, you're not feeling like you're bogged down listening to it, and you can just keep going.
It is delightful. I just saw, I was like, I wonder why we used to go down the ground during Rock Lobster. And then I was like, oh, and I caught some early live performances on different shows that they did. And during that part, they get on the ground.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
They do. So I'm like, oh, they taught us. So,
yeah.
But they don't do the worm. They get up and start singing again. So,
right. Great stuff.
Good. Sorry on this one, we didn't go off on a tangent too far, but
it's okay. I mean, talked a long time about the first ones. Trying to make up a little time.
Yeah, sure. And so I did sit and listen through the Wall Socket. And it is, if you didn't know a lot of the background that you shared, you could listen to it and not, and you might catch a thing or two that you're like, oh, that's kind of odd. That I wonder what that really means. But after you explained it, it's still, it is good music. It's funny that it is, I guess, technically EDM.
Kinda, right?
Because it doesn't really come across that way. It is a lot more. You don't have a drop or anything like that. You have, it's pretty musical.
Yeah.
And I was, it was interesting. I did listen through it and enjoyed it. It is disjointed, but there's a lot of catchiness to it too.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's really an interesting experience. And it did inspire some thinking. I did discuss it. I think I discussed it a little bit with Fletcher on some of the points of it, but we discussed a lot of things. We kept going places. Went to a few places while I was here, so a lot of that stuff is kind of blending together. many hours of conversation compacted into a short window. So
right.
But I was listening to that while I was out at his house cleaning up something or something like that before he got into town. So, or checking on the place. And so I drove across town and back listening to it. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a really interesting artist, and they're still around, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she put out an album last year that
okay.
is a lot more pop focused.
Okay.
Very like 2000s kind of pop. Not as like rock focused as this one would be.
Yeah.
But is still good and still has that very like
Yeah.
catchy, hooky songwriting that she's good at.
Good, good. Because I'm trying to catalog all the ones that you've presented where they died unexpectedly. So,
Yeah.
but we were, what were we listening to? I was talking to somebody. Oh, it was is it Avicii?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
that
He died kind of
yeah
young.
yeah died intentionally.
Yeah.
So that was part. I think that was part of all the conversation because this person, and then because we were talking about this, we were talking about the book, the last episode, all that kind of
Oh yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Um, because and that was another part that Fletcher brought up because I think he knew him by his knew Avicii,
Oh wow.
but knew his real. He said, "Oh, I know this guy, and this and happened, and then had this big thing, and then went home, and and
Yeah.
that that's a concern, and especially kind of gets brought up, these hard things that people deal with, and
Hmm.
this really dives into it. But we were talking about that fact that it's hard when things are if you're not all right.
Hmm.
Big successes can be more detrimental than little failures,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so that's an interesting because it's like that kind of depression is like Robin Williams or this Avicii or um and
He's
I
like
was even
a Anthony Bourdain
yeah
kind of.
yeah go it's like going out on top, but why
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody else who was dealing with something similar. I was like, hey, you need to be aware that this is a possibility because this can really happen to you. And
Yeah.
it was good to have those examples because it can help somebody at least recognize that, hey, I'm coming off of I, I already know I'm having emotional issues. I've had this really big success and a high. Watch
Hmm.
yourself. You know,
Hmm.
watch what's happening because things trigger you, especially when you have depression or you've had trauma or
Hmm.
you really have to watch yourself because high emotion is high emotion.
Yeah.
And it could be super negative or super positive, but still high emotion. And your reaction may seem weird to it. Like you had a success. Why would you go kill yourself? It's because it's high emotion and
Yeah.
it's a reaction. It's
Yeah.
it's you're out of control one way or the other.
Yeah.
And so it's good to know that and be able to watch for that. So
Yeah.
um
That's yeah, I'm always as much as like if there's a artist I really like who is seeing a lot of success, I like want them to keep putting out music.
yeah.
Like if they are like I'm actually going to disappear for a little bit
Yeah.
and not be in the public. I always think it's a good thing. It's like well, like you should not have to be, focused on 24/7. That's not something that's good for anybody.
Yeah, there's pluses and minuses to that too. Like I don't want them to disappear and because they are having a hard time.
Yeah.
So it's good if they can, as the example at the beginning, it's
Mhm.
good if they're Phoebe Bridgers and does what she wants, and
Yeah.
it's not disappearing. It's just I'm doing this now and I'm doing this now. And some
Right.
people are multifaceted and they can just like, okay, I put this out, but I'm waiting because I'm doing this other thing and I'm more interested in this right now and I have to give this attention.
Yeah.
And I'm okay.
Yeah.
But
And
then
yeah,
yeah,
it's kind of like the inside the Bo Burnham one
yeah,
where he's like, I was having panic attacks on stage, and so I stopped, and he's like, and worked myself, and it worked, and I got better.
yeah.
Um,
There's some people that Veronica that we used to watch with her that
mhm,
I actually am concerned about because they kind of disappeared
mhm,
and they were having success and a tragedy hit and then they've disappeared.
yeah,
And I'm like, I hope they're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know YouTube isn't everything, but it's
Yeah.
you were active and now you're not.
Right. I
So
remember when like with YouTube, I remember with Markiplier,
yeah,
he was friends with this group that was like a sketch comedy group called Syndigo,
okay,
who they did a bunch of stuff, and Mark was in a lot of their videos. And then one of the members of the group killed himself kind of suddenly.
wow,
And Mark, I remember being like, I watched a lot of his videos at the time, and
yeah,
I remember him disappearing for a long time,
oh
um,
wow,
to try to get better. It was funny because the thing he came back with after being gone was the video Meow, where
okay,
he just like superimposed his mouth on a bunch of cats and he just said meow. And it's like his most viewed video. It has like something crazy, like 100 million views.
that's
Um, and eventually, shortly after that, he started doing his normal videos
yeah,
again. But it was kind of a weird moment where he's like this deeply sad,
yeah,
troubled video, and then this super goofy one
yeah.
a couple weeks later.
Yeah, it's
But
good
yeah,
that he was able to deal with it and successfully. I guess
yeah,
I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but successfully come out the other side.
yeah, yeah. The one other thing I will say about this episode is it's the only one that we've gotten a comment on
Oh,
on
really?
YouTube. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, what
There's
was?
someone saying like it's something like, oh, a podcast about my favorite album and the most detrimental album to my psyche. Like, yes, YouTube, I am interested.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
So it seemed they
yeah,
liked it. So
yeah. Good,
that's
good,
good.
good.
Um, after that, we talked about Philip Johnson, and
Yeah.
before we go into it, did you ever read the description I put on this one?
Uh, let's
I
see.
was really tired when I was writing it, and it's kind of ridiculous.
How about I just read it?
Okay.
Uh, Around us are leviathans, hulking figures that control our lives. We can either accept their protection or risk overexposure. Some choose to shape these leviathans into their own vision. One who did, while problematically so, was the architect Philip Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So,
I was a little sleepy when I was writing that, and I was like, I can't think of anything more succinct.
I was drunk on sleepiness. that's that's good. I like it.
But yeah, so I didn't have anything around here that
Yeah.
is Philip Johnson. So a couple weeks ago, Chloe and I went to the Big Powell's
Okay.
in downtown Portland, and at the top floor they have like more of their arts books
Okay.
and stuff. And they had this huge table that was surrounded by all their architecture books because a lot of architecture books are huge.
Right. Right.
And so Chloe and I just flipped through a couple of the Philip Johnson ones and some like one of the was it Le Corbusier
Yeah.
and
Good.
one of Frank Lloyd Wright ones and another one that was I think is called something like Brutalist Plants.
Yes. Okay.
So just kind of get a wide range of styles,
Yeah.
and it's really interesting to see the like details because some of them were photos, some of them are more of like the sketches
Yeah.
of the buildings, and it's interesting. It's really fun to see like knowing when there's more intention put into a building than just
Yeah.
its function.
Yeah. I agree, and I've long been a fan of architecture. Yeah, I always liked like Frank Lloyd Wright, and while he did the I think it's the Johnson and Johnson or something like that. It was
Hmm.
one of those, and he wanted to do it's the big there's a big office building that was he did lily pads is what he called them.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and so what it did is it created this huge open space with these vaulted ceilings, but it
Hmm.
had these really skinny, and then they fluted out at the top, and they're like, "No, you can't do that." They're like, it's gonna crumble because it does look frail. And he goes, okay, well, if I prove that it won't, he's like, well, what's the, what do they have to hold? And they said, well, it has to hold 5 tons. He goes, okay, 60. 60 tons, and it still hadn't broken.
Wow.
And they're like, fine. Fine, Frank Lloyd Wright. Go ahead and be all innovative. So, and and it's just neat when you think of architects as just drawers. And even our uncle, who's the architect, he's like, you don't want to be an architect, you want to be an engineer, because the architects draw pictures, but the engineers make it work, right? And I'm like, no, I want to be an architect. and then I didn't do either. So it's interesting, and like the house here in Tucson that he designed, goes, well, it's based on the Roman cross design, and like there's reason to why the shape was the shape it was.
Yeah.
And so that's always an interesting thing, is, you know, that you have an idea and you make it happen, and it's really cool. And good architecture is so I don't know if you do this. This is my quirk about architecture.
Okay.
And I was laughing because Kim also has this quirk.
Okay.
And I thought I was the only one. My thing is, when I go into a really cool building, I want to see what the bathroom looks like. And he's like, and so when they redid the Scottsdale, the Modern Art Museum in Scottsdale, as I was going through, he goes, and he'd been there separately. I was like, it's cool, but what's really cool is the bathroom. He goes, yeah, they did a really, like, he goes, I always check out the bathroom.
That's funny. That's so. I don't know if it's always a quirk, but it's something that Chloe did one time. They redid the bathrooms at the IKEA here.
Okay.
And she went with her mom. But that day when I came back from work, she was like, we got to go to IKEA. You have to see these bathrooms.
Right. Because what it is it's you can forget to design a bathroom and put any effort towards it, and just put a square room with toilets in it and a sink, and it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. But when you go into a bathroom and it's amazing, especially a public bathroom, it means somebody cared about this building.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Because there's more to it than just, you know, and it's something I'm always fascinated by. And I always check out. And it's nice when there's a purpose. I bet I'd love to go to the glass house and see what the bathroom looks like in there, because that's the only area that's closed off.
Right.
And so I think that's got to be good, right?
It's gotta, yeah. That is interesting. I do think I noticed that a lot. I don't know if I'm immediately drawn to the bath. Oh, sometimes I do. Yeah, I do notice nice bathrooms a lot, and
good,
and want to share that with others.
I will tell you. I'll tell you one architectural thing that, because it does involve bathrooms, but it involves the whole house, that I got to experience. So in Colton, I think it's Colton, California.
Okay.
Yeah. So the little Miller's Honey, which is a brand, they had they're not the only ones, but they're in the Bear thing. And their factory was in Colton, California, which is right next to it's between Fontana and San Bernardino.
Okay.
So, the Millers were members of the church, and they had a house that was theirs. The entire house was honeycombs, like shaped.
Yeah, wow.
The whole house was 6-sided shapes, and all the rooms were 6 like honeycombs. And then in the big master bedroom, there was this huge bathroom, was this whole huge honeycomb, with the shower that was a smaller honeycomb, and this little, and so the shower was a honeycomb, and then there was like this big huge tub that was a honeycomb too. And it was just like, and then the pool out front was a honeycomb. And you're like, oh,
Oh,
geez,
jeez.
because
Yeah.
the missionaries were living there. So
Wow.
so
Yeah.
that was kind of a cool experience to be able to see that,
Yeah.
because I bet you there's not many people that maybe necessarily know that's even there. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
um
That's like my friend Steven in college. He,
yeah,
you know, he lived close to where the college was. His family was just from there. And their family business was they made domes.
yeah, yeah,
Um, so they just, for, you know, whatever reason. And so their house is just like three domes all kind of smushed together. And you get
wow,
all these weird angles and you can hear people
yeah,
as the walls curve up. And it was really like, and from the outside, it looks really like a small building, but
right,
just because of the curves you get in, and it's like, oh, this is a 2-story house.
yeah.
And it barely looks one.
Geodesic domes are the weirdest thing, because they're totally like the TARDIS. They're bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
So I agree. So from interesting architecture to, let's say, interesting views of life.
Yeah.
Uh, I I have been listening to Mike Birbiglia for years and years and years and years,
Hmm.
and I'm just fascinated. I really love the whole episode about sleepwalking, and
Yeah.
it kind of was, I always wonder, I don't sleepwalk, but I always wonder what weird thing I might come to the surface while I'm traveling all by myself. because
Yeah.
because of that. Like, what do I have to,
Hmm.
um when am I suddenly going to be weird and do something that I don't even know I'm doing?
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
and then have nobody around to check on me. Uh but his, I guess you'd call it observational comedy, and it is
Yeah.
kind of funny that he ties through to, just the people that he ties through the group he was with.
Right.
Because you said, I think Jim Gaffigan is part
Yeah.
of
And
that.
then Nick Kroll and then John Mulaney.
Yeah, John Mulaney, and that's, I feel like they're all. I don't know Nick Kroll. I don't know him as much. I view
Hmm.
him as, kind of the crude outlier. um, eh,
Yeah. He is a little different
yeah,
than.
he's a little different, but the three of them are generation, just slightly different, but that observational, absolutely hilarious.
Mm,
Because there's observational comedy. You're like, oh, that's nice. Like, Gabriel Iglesias is
yeah.
funny and observational, but sometimes it's just like, I'm teaching you this lesson, and it's different. It's
Yeah.
slightly different. They are
Right.
very similar, but slightly different. And he has also a different attitude. Like, he's a sports party guy and has all of his friends. And
Hmm.
John Mulaney and Jim Gaffigan and, Mike Birbiglia are more like, kind of like small circle of friends, because it's just a bother.
Yeah.
And they've got families anyway, or they have the funny inside jokes that really aren't that funny, but they're hilarious,
Yeah.
because you're laughing with somebody that you know, and nobody else gets it. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I do think they're more very honest and
yeah,
are open to talking about uncomfortable things.
right.
Like, I remember watching the newer John Mulaney special
Ugh,
where he's like just out of rehab,
yes.
and the first joke at the beginning where he's like you ask your mom if you think your dad's mom did a good job.
Oh no. Yeah.
I think
Uh,
I saw that. I hadn't even finished it yet, and I think I texted the family. It's like, hey, you guys should watch this. And I think you guys
yeah.
already had, but
Yeah. No, we had jumped on that pretty quick. Yeah, and it's very different, because there's, we just watched, Marcel oh yeah, Marcelo Hernandez.
oh yeah, yeah,
Um, because he just had a special go up, and it's, I think his is more, it's also, kind of honest and funny, but it's also, more. more fantastical.
Hmm. Yeah.
Whereas just the way that, and so it feels like there's a lot of stuff in it that is done for effect.
Yeah.
And so that's, but it's still good and honest and observational. It's fun like that. So,
Yeah. I do
and
think that's kind of where a lot of new comedians kind of are heading,
yeah,
where they're a little more fantastical and surreal. Not that hasn't been surreal comedians before, but I think there's a more focus on it now than there has been.
I will tell you that I saw somebody that's a blast from the past. I was watching a movie last night
Hmm.
that because I know it's somebody that you liked, but I was watching this movie called Contagion,
Okay.
and it's from 2011, and it's about an outbreak, and everybody talks about it because it's kind of mirrors COVID.
Hmm. Yeah.
Only it was a lot more violent disease. People were dying quickly. Anyway,
Yeah.
there's a there's one of the scientists doing the analysis of the disease is Dimitri Martin.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's like I reckon. Why is he in this?
Yeah.
I guess everybody has to work, but like I didn't know you did movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was funny.
I always think it's funny just because I was thinking another kind of outbreak movie was the World War Z
Oh
movie,
yeah.
and at the end of it they have Peter Capaldi. Is that his
Oh
name?
yeah.
And it's funny because in that movie he's a World Health Organization doctor, so he's a WHO doctor, and then he was
Yeah.
just announced to play Doctor Who.
That's really good. That's good. He's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah. So lots
yeah,
of good stuff here on that. And I think I think that Mike Birbiglia is therapeutic.
yeah. I
In
think
all
so.
honesty, I think it's good stuff, and it makes you feel better about yourself, and so he's doing a good job. So
Yeah,
um
yeah. I do think it's. I mean, as much as other people are very funny, there's
yeah.
not a lot of other comedians that I like cry
Yeah.
at when I'm
Oh yeah.
watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's a
'Cause
unique talent.
I think he is easily the most honest,
Yeah.
and most genuine. I like John Mulaney, but he's not far enough out of rehab to not have walls up. And he
Yeah.
doesn't have a stable life still. Like, he was married, got divorced, had a kid. It's not, and all these
Yeah.
things, the kids with the other, and,
Mm.
just is still in chaos. He's doing a lot better, but he
Yeah.
still has walls up. And so his life is a little bit farther removed
Yeah.
than reality. And Jim Gaffigan's too real sometimes, but it's also very much about having children and that kind of silliness, having children and being a fat guy. And Mike Birbiglia isn't so much, is more about more relatable things,
Yeah.
a broader range of relatable.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, I do think a good follow up to this one is talking about pizza.
yeah, yeah, right. I know. I was just thinking that. So
I'm pretty sure there's like a pizza joke in every Berbiglia special.
yeah,
um so I don't know what to say exactly because pizza's great.
yeah.
I did try to go to some new places around here
Okay,
and try new pizzas. So we went to one that was called Baby Doll Pizza.
okay,
And they're kind of that New York style, a very thin crust, but they were great. We got one that was like tomato, spinach, and ricotta.
okay.
Um,
Cool.
but there's a difference you notice when there's care put into pizza,
Yes,
and I think there's a lot of people here that care a lot about pizza.
I
Um,
I think
and
you
I think
guys.
that's a
Yeah,
new thing
yeah,
too. I was trying to
yeah.
read up about it. It's like, why is there so much pizza in Portland? And I don't know. I could only find a couple articles, and one says that it's really only started in like the last 15 years or so
Okay.
that pizza started exploding here.
Well, I would maybe the exploding part, but there's been unique pizza there since I lived there.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Right.
I was mentioning that it just my whole frame of reference for weird pizza is Portland.
Yeah.
So, unique toppings that weren't replicated again until much later. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I do think there's a lot of experiment
yeah.
here with pizza. I do want to go to the Pizzeria Bianco.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
We went to one here that I think one year kind of beat out the Pizzeria Bianco. It was the
Okay.
Ken's Artisan Pizza.
Oh, cool.
I think it was just one year. I'm sure the other place is still ahead,
Yeah.
but it was. I mean, we had to wait like 3 hours to get into it.
Oh, wow.
But it was really, really great pizza. Like,
What kind was it?
it was like the Neapolitan style, so like
Okay.
baked really hot.
Okay.
A lot of charred. The one weird thing is that some of the charred bits of the dough tasted like toasted marshmallows.
That's cool.
And so like this is good. Like, I don't know if this tastes good with pizza, but it does taste good.
So that Neapolitan, I think that Pizzeria Bianco is wholly unique because it's all pretty much all local.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that is the unique thing. If you just want to get a pizza like you're talking about, granted you have to go a ways, but the stuff in Connecticut, the
Yeah.
Frank Pepe's, super hot charcoal, coal fire, super hot,
Right.
awesome, and it's consistent. And you don't have to wait forever. So, and is you get all that whole experience, and it's amazing. It's amazing how cooking that hot and that fast changes a pizza.
Yeah. That was the one in Rexburg. They cook theirs at like 900 degrees or something. It's ridiculous, but
that is our goal, is to put a pizza oven in.
Yeah.
So
I would love that.
Yeah. Now I've got cast iron going, and I just have to get the pizza oven thing going with the wood fire. I actually, it was interesting because I was thinking, after we moved in here, I was telling my boss, I was like, I eventually want to put in a pizza oven. He goes, when you do, I'll tell you how to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's done well. So he built it.
Wow.
So, and it's a big dome thing, and he does the wood fire, and he goes, basically, I get up in the morning and I start the wood going. I start the fire in there, and they're the kind, they have people over for the day.
Oh, wow.
So they'll start, and then we can cook something at lunch, and then we do something at dinner, and we just we build up the heat over the day, and we just keep it going.
Jeez.
And that's their day. They have their wine, and they have the pizza, or they have whatever, and they can cook it in there, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, I think there's several things that are involved in that, because we've started using a grill, which we've never done before.
Yeah.
And I had to get one randomly. And so now this last time, well, several times, I don't know how it works. I didn't do anything special. I just put the food in and I let it cook, but it's pretty hot. And the flavors, it's not like I've got wood chips in it. It's not like I've done anything special. It's just magic.
Yeah.
And it just makes great tasting food. And I think and that's what I'm learning is process, and that really impacts pizza, because pizza, a lot of times it's about the process, and that's what the variation comes from.
Yeah. I remember we were talking at work one time that was like they asked, we were just talking like, if you won the lottery, what would be the one, besides like donating to charities or whatever, buying a house or whatever, what's the one like opulent thing you would do?
Yeah.
And my first thought was like, I think I'd build a really accurate pizza kitchen.
Yeah.
And just have that, because I love pizza, and I love really, really well-made pizza, and I would want to have something like that.
I would build a big industrial kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm because I like cooking just fine. We went and helped at some event out at Camp Barstow one time,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to cook in their kitchen.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that I was supposed to be a short order cook for my whole life. I
Yeah.
absolutely loved it, and it's horrible. It's hard, and it is hot and sweaty and
Mm-hmm.
tedious, and I absolutely freaking loved it.
Yeah.
Because it was just you don't have to worry about the pot size or the having it's all you just have this griddle that's 4 feet by 6 feet, and you can just do what you
Mm-hmm.
want.
Yeah. I think even something like having like a Waffle House that's just
Oh yeah,
garbage is still fun.
oh yeah, that'd be fun to buy an old Waffle House.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Having a huge griddle like that'd be great.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. So, um, yeah. So I am all on board with you on that one.
Cool.
With that, we will move to Sufjan Stevens,
Mm-hmm.
and everything I've heard of theirs has been great, and
Oh,
I'm
good.
glad that no, I really do I like their music. I didn't listen as much to as I wanted to because I don't know what happened right after we did this. The week got away from me, so
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to listen. But now that we're revisiting it, I will go back. But I do, like I said, I remember when he started coming out with the States or all the States
Yeah.
albums way back
Yeah.
when, and how hilarious. I was like, I wonder where he's at with it. And then I had sub subconsciously grouped Sufjan Stevens with a lot of the other wildly prolific. What's the other guy that's not Willis, but the other
The one that I talked about.
yeah.
Oh gosh, Daniel Johnston.
Yeah, Daniel,
Maybe?
yeah. Yeah, him, because he's done just so many recordings, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's done a
And
lot.
and Sufjan did the like infinitely long Christmas albums, right? I think he has
He did one, but it's not super long.
I thought it was like
It's
50 or 60
I
songs or
I
something.
don't know about maybe, but
I can't remember if he's the one I saw, but and so I grouped him in that, and I thought, oh, he's done 50 albums because he was going to do all the states, but he didn't. So
yeah.
um,
Yeah.
but so I am excited to go back and do more of that. But yeah, like the songs for Christmas is 42 songs,
Oh geez. Yeah, I didn't
and
realize.
then his second is it Silver and Gold is 58 songs.
Jeez.
So the Christmas ones he overdoes, but
Hmm.
he doesn't have that many out. I mean, he's got a few, but he doesn't have that many albums.
Yeah,
But
I think he has like 20 or so. He does a
yeah,
lot of like collaboration albums
yeah,
too, so it's
yeah.
not just him, but
But I
he
wanted to
does put
listen
in a
to
lot.
some of the different variety ones because, like you said, this one has this tone, this one has this tone, and
Yeah.
so I am excited to do that. But I had been, I think a while ago, I'd pulled up the Christmas ones just to play them
Hmm.
independent of way like at Christmas time. I was like,
Yeah.
there's a lot on here. I'm just gonna let it roll. And not all of them are, nothing. I'm like, I didn't know there was that many Christmas songs.
Right.
And
Yeah.
what's even funnier is how many listens they have to all these songs because they're Christmas songs. Like it's like
Yeah.
why do you have 500,000, 400,000 for a 42 track or 58 track Christmas song album has
Right.
millions of listens? People
Yeah.
just put this on and forget.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so
I wonder if that's why a lot of artists do Christmas albums, because just like
I
once a
think,
year, get a massive paycheck.
yeah, I think so. I think so. But yeah, I really appreciate you bringing that, talking about him, and
Yeah.
looking forward to diving into much more because
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed everything I've listened to, and I have listened to more than I thought I had. So so
Yeah. No,
very good.
yeah, I think he's really great. And Chloe's been listening a lot to him recently, just like in the shower when she's getting ready.
Yeah,
It's just nice, and it's calm, but it's fun, and there's depth to it. But it's not like gonna exhaust you or anything.
right. Right.
And so it's some of it will, but it's a lot to deal with. But especially like Illinois is very good to just have on all the time.
Oh, cool. Well, I will go try that for sure.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah. Sorry to not give him as much attention, but it was
That's okay.
It was I'm not avoiding it. I just and I have been aware of him for a long time, but not in the detail, and so I need to dive in quite a bit more. It is music I like, so yay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, brings us to our last one here, and it's How to Be Okay When Nothing Is Okay by Jenny Lawson.
Yeah.
For some reason, every time I think about this, I want to say Julie Lawson.
Yeah.
And I think there's somebody I work with named Julie Lawson.
Maybe.
But besides that,
yeah.
I did read through pretty much all this. I got to the end. There's a few spots that I think I skimmed over.
Yeah.
But I tabbed out a few pages. At least ones that I think were a little more impactful to me. So there's the one, open this page when you doubt yourself.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of made me realize I think I do doubt myself a lot with my wanting to be creative.
Yeah.
And just not sure if it's going to mean anything. And I think there's some line in here where she says like there's somebody or everybody at some point wrote a melody and was wondering if anybody else would ever want to sing it.
Right.
Which I have felt a lot like writing songs. Like, is this melody even any good? Will this translate to anybody else besides me?
Right.
And I think it is scary to put that out and still be wondering that. But it makes me think there's this kind of famous video, maybe not famous, but like popular video of the band MGMT.
Yes. Okay.
And they were performing their song Kids. I don't know if you but it was when they were in college and they just had like a fold up table and their laptops playing it, and there's like 10 people there and they're dancing, like the guys are going crazy, but it's like this is so weird to see because then they'll play like a video of them at like Bonnaroo or something with like 20,000 people in the crowd with the same melody and people going crazy for it. And so I do think that there's an audience for everything like that.
I always think of have you ever watched the Johnny Cash biopic?
I haven't.
What I think of, and this is kind of the core of how to kind of move ahead, is he's going to record a song at one of those way back when you could just go in and record, and they liked the band well enough. They were just doing, gospel tunes and stuff. And the guy was telling him, what song would you sing if if you only had one last song to sing and, you were going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And because he was doing, they're like, oh, what's your good song? And they play this one. Like, I have 15 recordings of that, of other bands, because it was a gospel song. And then he did, Folsom Prison Blues, or the the train kept rolling, come down, and that's the song. That was one of that's the song he came out that he had written. And that is so raw, and it's just his. And so it is having your voice and just believing in what believing that is what you want to say, and it's that thing. So there's, what song would you sing if you're about to die and you had one song to share? And then I also think of the line, it's in a Jim Morrison kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he would say, when your life is over, will there be enough to do a movie about it? So those are some things that in the back of my head I think of, hey, even if I don't believe in what I'm doing, I need to do enough to be able to make a movie of my life. So
I do think that's a good one. This one here, the clap for everyone.
Yes.
That's something I try to do, like going to shows with like smaller bands, smaller artists opening up, who no one is really there to see them.
Right. Right.
But I'll clap along if they are like, everybody put your hands up. I'll put my hands up right away, no issue.
Yeah.
Because I like when I had my band in high school, I kind of what that was like. Like I really want people to just enjoy this and play along in a way.
Yeah.
And I know how good that would feel. So like if they're wanting people to clap, I'll clap, and just so they feel like they're having a good show. And
So a lot of people's issue is that they think that if somebody else is succeeding, they're failing. And so it's really a level of maturity to be able to celebrate others' successes and realize that it's not belittling yourself. It's not.
yeah,
It's just celebrating, and that's kind of this line. But of all the people I've ever met, you are the one person who naturally always celebrate others to the point that you were terrible at basketball because you would cheer for the other team that you were playing. Yeah. You're like, good shot.
Yeah.
And you just have always cheered others on and not thought that it was lessening you, even when it was detrimental to your own team.
Yeah.
So I think that you're a unique character, and that I think that's an innate quality you have that nobody else is born with.
Yeah. Oh.
So
yeah. I just want to. Yeah. I want people to have a good time.
Yeah.
So I did enjoy this book. I think some of the humor is maybe just not for me.
Yeah.
It's kind of millennial, which I have a hard time with sometimes.
Yeah.
But I do think the advice in it is good, and I do think it's very actionable.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do. The one other thing I think is kind of funny is when she's going to this story about the human skull.
Yes.
It starts with something like, if I had a nickel for every time I tried to convince Victor that I needed to buy a skull, I'd have 30 cents.
Yeah.
There's a joke like that in Phineas and Ferb where Doofenshmirtz is like, if I had a nickel for every time I've been shamed by a puppet, I'd have 10 cents, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's funny that you say it's millennial. I think that it's because I think she's my age.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think what it is what I think it is that it is somebody that is all ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's Cassie's age. She's 1973. Oh. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But there's people that becomes their identity.
Yeah.
Is having ADHD. So we have another friend who, in every single conversation they mention that they have ADHD.
Yeah.
And they're roughly this age. So I think that is what it is. And there may be some overlaps with the fact that millennials always have to mention that they're millennials.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what you're finding is similar, that she's extremely ADHD, and it is kind of her identity.
Right. And I don't think it comes a lot of that kind of humor to me always kind of comes across as like disingenuous or just trying to be weird for weird's sake. Yeah. I do think she's more genuine in her weirdness. Yeah. Which helps. Yes. Besides just my own struggles with it. But it was a good book to read.
Yeah, I
did get through it very fast too.
Yeah, I was surprised at how I don't know if surprised, but I was pleasantly pleased with how much I liked it.
Yeah.
And how poignant a lot of the parts were. And it is, just for anybody that hears this and wonders, it is really kind of a user manual. It is. Mm-hmm. It can be very situational, which is really cool. It's a really cool book because it does say, use this when. And tells you when this is appropriate and what you can get out of it. And sometimes they don't consider that. When people are there, it's like, just listen to this. It's wonderful. So.
Yeah. The one other thing I was thinking when there's a Kurt Vonnegut quote
Yes.
about like doing art. It reminds me, and it's funny because she also quotes Ray Bradbury in here, but it's a
Yeah.
different Ray Bradbury where he's like every day you should read one poem and one short story, one essay,
Right.
like the things that don't take a lot of time, but at the end of the year, like imagine how much knowledge, how much new ideas you're going to
Right.
have if you just do one a day.
Right.
And I think that's a lot of what this is just making small changes and small efforts that add up over time. And
Yeah, there's another bit of advice that somebody it was, if you want to have a photographic memory, memorize a scripture every day, and
mm,
it could be anything. I mean, that was just
yeah,
because of who it was, but it could be memorize a poem every day or memorize. But if you
yeah,
memorize something every day, you will develop the ability to memorize and have a photographic memory just by doing that.
yeah,
And because it's just small bits, and then you have trained yourself to learn how to memorize.
yeah.
So
Right. I think yeah, I had to like train myself to memorize when I was doing my like public speaking class.
yeah,
And I don't know. I think it's funny like that's the class people are always like I hated public speaking in
oh
college and I think is my favorite class I ever took. Like
yeah.
and I was not a very good public speaker, but I enjoyed the class a lot and I think I did good in the class just because I enjoyed the process of it.
I've had a couple classes that it was unfair that I was in them because I have no shame, and but one of them was public speaking because I competed in forensics in high school, and so
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, we gotta do this, okay, and I'd pick the most because I already knew in the genre, like pick a poem. Okay, well, I could pick any poem, but the really fun one would be Gerald McBoing Boing because it was lots of voices and sounds, and it'd be very entertaining. And I already knew
Yeah.
that because I'd done that. I'd done things like that, and so I always picked something that was very entertaining, had a lot of would have sound effects as part of it
Mhm.
or something, and or voices, and do that, and it wasn't fair.
Yeah. I would always like try to think of ways to expand the experience
Yes.
because I didn't think I was a good enough talker to just talk.
Oh, yeah.
um, so one of them was like telling a story, and I told a story about going into the drainage canals at the Teton Dam, but I added visuals and I added sentences on a projector that
That's
I wasn't
cool.
saying
Yeah.
just to like enhance the story. Or with the final essay I did one, it was like why you should get your heart broken. And at one point I had pulled a desk up and I like sat on the desk because I was in the story we were sitting. And so
That's cool.
just little things, and I think it helped create a better story and a better experience. And
It's always interesting, and I'm glad that you have this, but not everybody thinks in presentation,
hmm,
and not everybody thinks how this is going to come across, or yeah, they don't. I think it's an empathetic thing.
hmm,
Like you are, I know, an empathetic person. You sense what other people are feeling. I think that helps in doing these kind of things because you think, if I was that person, would I be enjoying what I'm doing, what I'm
hmm,
presenting to them? And
yeah,
that can help you design a presentation to be better.
hmm,
So that's my
yeah.
opinion. So um,
Cool. But yeah, good book. I showed you before we started recording,
yeah.
but I got a signed copy. I didn't even say it was signed or anything. It's
Oh,
just that's just how it came.
awesome, awesome.
Um,
Mine isn't, but
but yeah,
but
those are my thoughts on that.
well, this was a good and interesting run. Yes, there was music, but there was also a lot of oddball stuff too. So
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
say, yeah, kind of more varied. I finally presented books, which I hadn't. I'd done some poems, or I guess I did a book, but
yeah. You did
this
another
is.
book.
I felt like this one was the first time it was a book that I hadn't read before,
Hmm.
and really kind of stretched what I was doing. So I had a good time bringing something very new. So
Yeah, there is another book I read this year, but I don't think I could do it as a whole episode because of what it contains. But
Okay.
I think if I do another roundup episode at the end, I'll talk about it.
Okay. Very cool.
But yeah, good stuff.
Good deal. I think we can probably let people. I think we're going to take a couple weeks
Yes.
hiatus just to rejuvenate, and I've got a lot of summer camp and things like that going on, so it will be good, but just a few weeks, and then we'll be
start
back
up
at
again
it.
in July,
In July,
beginning of July, and
Cool.
I think it'll be good, and
Yeah,
I'll have some time to reflect a little more and come up with some ideas where I don't have to edit all week too.
Yeah, probably every 50 episodes we should probably this will be number 50, which is pretty crazy. That we're just I guess we're too stubborn to give up. So
oh, it's been really fun.
Yeah,
I really enjoy it, and
for sure.
It's good to have something you can like look back on, like spending a whole year doing this, and you know, it's not the biggest podcast in the world, but it is. There's a bit of an audience, and it's fun to see, and who's listening, and
it was. You know what's funny is the first one went up July 4th.
Yeah, right. I think it's because I had that day off from work, and I was like, okay, I can spend all day trying to figure out how to edit audio.
But really, it's been right around a year, which is just I'm glad it's lasted, and we should keep doing it. So.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I will just say you've been listening to Like Pigs in Space, an arts and culture podcast. And this has been Aaron Mason.
This is Max Mason.
And it's been wonderful. And we'll see you real soon.
See you later.